Hello everybody, here's Tracy Brown with you this morning or afternoon whenever you're watching this. I'm your somatic nutrition dietitian and intuitive eating expert. So a little change of scenery, just going to mix it up a little bit and trying to find a place that's not the sun like glaring you all out, but and I kind of match my surroundings. I know you can't see around here, but most of my like shrubbery and stuff is green and this color-ish, so I'm not trying to be camo, I promise. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day watching this, and I am responding, since Q&A Friday, to a reader, watcher request about getting satisfaction at meals. And I think this is an awesome topic and an awesome question. And it's one of those nuancy, attuned eating questions that sometimes we're going about our business trying to eat more food, or be more attuned to like our signals and recognize like, oh, I do this to myself, and kind of having a hard time with it. So let's just jump right in. All right. What I notice and what I've noticed, this question I wish I could have asked somebody 20 years ago as well. So I really relate to this question, is how come we don't let ourselves have truly what we want? And sometimes that isn't just like, maybe we kind of know what we want, but we don't let ourselves go to the next step of the effort to have it. Maybe that's the issue. So for example, this person in particular, I don't think that, she asked me this question to get specific, so I will, is why don't I cook meals that I really like, that are really satisfying? Why can't I give that to myself? So since I don't know this person individually and their story deeply, all I can say about that is I would start to look at, basically, hi Kate, good morning everybody who's showing up live. Super happy about that you're here with me. Ooh, bug. What I would say around, it's just, this person's like, it's just me, I'm just cooking for one, and I don't either take the time or allow myself to eat a meal that I would really, really like. And so it's really important to recognize that there are some prohibitions about like internally having enough self-care, in terms of, when I say self-care, meaning internal self-soother. And so that can show up in either restricting or binging, but also can just show up in like, I'm not sure that I'm worth enough to go the next step of feeling like I can feed myself the way that would be nourishing as I would do that for somebody else. So a long time ago, I did a video about this, and it was about feed yourself the way you would feed guests. Meaning, we often think we'll put lots of effort in because maybe we want people to have a good time, or we want to help people enjoy their food and be nourished and be satisfied and enjoy the experience, but we won't give it to ourselves. And that tells me that you're valuing others and their needs, and that's a protective mechanism more so than our own. So the only way to really heal that really is to start doing the lower hanging fruit, which is, well, I don't think I'm going to go about making a homemade lasagna just for myself, but am I willing to at least put together quicker meals that I would really like? And sometimes you don't have to take baby steps. Sometimes it's just the awareness of like, oh, I deserve to be satisfied, whether it's just me. When I say just you, we need to be our own best friends with this food thing. Whether it's just you, or you're feeding a crowd of 8 and you're having a dinner party and you want everybody to enjoy themselves and be satisfied. So I want you to think about treating yourself that way as well. Let's see here. There's any one last thing I can mention about this whole, why don't I let myself? When people will say, well, how do I cook for one and all those kind of things? I actually have an infographic I found, I'll post below, about that. But we make it harder than it is. To be perfectly honest, it's like, let's make a dish, but if you either want to make the whole dish, cut it in sections and freeze it, or make a half recipe and have it there for a couple meals with no pressure to finish it. You might find that like, I made this really amazing thing, but I don't want to eat it again. Okay. And I know that might trigger some people's like, oh, wasting food and I'm so bad and all that. Like, no. When you're trying to become an attuned eater, you're a total learning phase. You are learning how to be an eater that can get clear about what they need and meet that need. And that's what this process is really about. Not doing it right, not following a formula, but really understanding what my needs are. And if there is like, I don't deserve this, I'm too much, who am I to get my needs met in that kind of really particular way, you're saying something about your attachment system and probably how you were cared for. I know that might seem kind of extreme for some people, but it's true. And it could be based on mirroring, how people and the adults took care of themselves, or expected to be taken care of, or expected not to be taken care of. It could just be, my eating was kind of fine, and then once I started dieting, I just stopped cooking and I just ate diet food, or I over meal prepped and I'm so sick of the idea of cooking for myself because it was so regimented I can't go there, but I still want to be satisfied. So we have to separate, well, are you actually meal prepping to change your body, or are you just cooking food like all humans need to do at some point to feel nourished? So it's just the context is different, your motive is different, your intent is different, and the meal's gonna be different. You eating meals that you feel satisfied by is a whole lot different than I'm eating something because I'm following a regimen. So I hope this is helpful for the person who asked me that question. If I'm missing some nuance, which is it's likely because it's hard to cover all the little details in a 10-minute video, please put those below and I'll answer those. This is Q&A Friday, so I'm happy to answer those kind of relevant questions. So if you have a question on your head, please message me, email me, and I will do a video about that for you. So thank you all so much for watching live. I appreciate it. If you have friends that would benefit, let them know, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.